Hello, Algebra 2 students for Miss Bell. This is January 5th, and this assignment is due on the 6th. You are doing this online, I believe, and this is the directions. This first page that I printed out is the first slide that you'll see in solving systems of equation with graphing. And these are, directions on how to do it online. You could do it if you print it out like me and take pictures of it, or you could do it on graph paper too, she stated. I went ahead and did this example one. It happens to be the first one on the next page too. I don't know why they have this line here. Don't worry about that line. But you can see my handwritten lines aren't as straight or neat, so you can tell the difference. Graphing these two lines. The first one, we have a y-intercept. Remember, we're looking at slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where this is the y-intercept. That's where it crosses this number back here is going to be where it crosses the y-axis. So I'm crossing the y-axis at -3. So I start down here at -3. 1, 2, 3. This is the y-axis, remember? This is the x-axis. Okay, I'm not going to do this for each, so you might have to come back to this to remind yourself what I'm doing. But anyways, I have -3. And then this, the m, is the slope, whatever is before your x. Okay. If you don't have anything like this one, if you don't have anything there, you still have 1x there, and this is a -1x. So this is 2x's, so this is 2, so that means it goes up 2 over 1. So from here, I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. I just made it as long as I could. And then I do this one, this next, that's that line, that's this line right here, so I'm done with that one. So now I'm looking at this one. +3 is my y-intercept, so I go 1, 2, 3. And this is going down 1 over 1, so down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Remember, the slope is rise over run, so if you don't see a number underneath, it's a 1. So remember, this one was 1, so it's 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1, negative is down. I just made it as long as, I see where they intersect. That's my answer. I don't need to go any further, so I just stopped right there. This point is 1, 2 on my x-axis, and it goes up 1. That's my y. So it's 2, 1. That's my coordinate. This point right here is at coordinate 2, 1. All right? That happens to be your first one on this page right here. Okay, so doing the same thing. I'm not going to do all of these. I'm just going to do most of them. This one, you see I started at +5. And then I couldn't go up any higher because I'd be off the chart. So I had to go backwards a little bit so that from this point to this point, it goes up 1 over 1. This point to this point, it goes up 1 over 1, okay? And then this line right here, I start at -1. And this is going down 2, so I go down 2 over 1. Well, my line's up here, so I knew I had to go back. So I had to figure out before this y-intercept, go down 2 over 1 this point I needed to put in, and then down 2 over 1 this point, and that's the point that they intersect, so I stopped right there. So this point of intersection is the answer to where these two lines intersect. It's the solution to these two problems. It's, it satisfies both of these equations, this point right here. This point is -2, 3, so -2, 3. Go ahead and try this one and this one on your own. I'm going to do a couple of these down here. For both of these, I start at +1. Well, if I start at +1, that's where they are going to be intersecting, okay? This one is up 5 over 1. From this point to this point, up 5 over 1. The slope on this one's down 2 over 1. So, I just, added that in so I can make a line. This point right here is where they intersect, and that point is 0, 1. And then here I have the one that starts at the 2 intercept, y-intercept, and it goes up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. I go backwards, up 3 over 1 to get this point also. The next equation, I start down at -4, and this goes down 3 over 1. So I had to get the previous one. So this was down 3 over 1. That happens to be the point of intersection. That's the solution to this system of equations. And this point right here is -1, -1. -1, -1. Like I said, try those two on your own. I did I, and it ends up being 4, 4. I started at +2, and I went up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, okay, for my slope. And then for the second equation, I started at -8. And then that one I went up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, until I got an intersection. That's my intersection. That is 4, 4. 4, 4. All right. Try E and F on your own. H I did also. You'll see H over here. I started with the one that starts at the first equation is a +5 y-intercept. Remember, this is your y axis. This is our x-axis over here. So I started at +5, and I go up 1 over 3 for my slope. Up 1 over 3. It's as far as I really have to go. The second equation started at -5, and the slope was just a 2, which, remember, is a 2 over 1. If you just have a number, it's over 1. So I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, until I got up to here where they intersected. And this point of intersection is 0.67. It's 6 for the x value and 7. It goes up 7 on the y-axis. Apparently you put these letters in wherever you see those coordinates, and it's going to, I can guess what it's going to say, to solve that riddle, and that's how that works. So good luck with the other ones, and I hope this helps.